So this flow time is being recorded. And for those of you who I don't know and who don't know me, just a tiny bit about my background. I have been a Jin Shin Jitsu practitioner since 2004. I organize all the classes for Jin Shin Jitsu in the Sacramento area. And I have a practice in El Dorado Hills when I'm seeing people in person. Right now, I'm only seeing people virtually over the phone. I've been amazed at how wonderfully powerful those sessions are. And, I'll give you just a little bit more background about me because this has certainly brought some stuff up for me. Just before I turned 30, I came down with tuberculosis and I was quarantined from my family. I had 2 babies under the age of 2 and I was quarantined. They stayed at my mom's house and my husband stayed with me in another room. So boy, this is really bringing some stuff up, I'll tell you. It's pretty fascinating. I guess another level of healing for me and for all of us and the world. And for those of us who aren't familiar, for those people who are on the call that aren't familiar with Jin Shin Jitsu, let me just tell you a little bit about Jin Shin Jitsu. Jin Shin Jitsu is the strategic placement of hands on the body to facilitate healing and transformation from the inside out. And oftentimes the healing is instantaneous. So I did mean to start with this. We will be using our hands because this will be an active flow time together. So if you, I want us just to all be in harmony and taking good care of ourselves. If you feel the need, please get up and go and wash your hands and take care of that. That's okay. We'll still be here. I'm not going to dive right into everything right away. For those again who aren't familiar with Jin Shin Jitsu, I like to say it's Jin, like drinking gin, Shin, like the underneath your knee, Jitsu. So if you drink too much gin, you fall on your shin and you land in the Jitsu. So just so you have a frame of reference for that. I'm going to unmute. Did I have some cackling there?
That is terrible. I never heard this one.
So let's see. I really would like to just, because we have so many people, I just would like everyone to at least be able to say their name. And tell where you're from. So I'm going to go around the room. There is somebody that either has their television on or a group of people in the room. If you could mute yourself, that would be so great. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm just going to start as I see the names. We have 42 people with us today. So we're just going to go really fast. Okay. So your name and where you're from. I'm going to start with Julie.
Oh, hi. Julie Warren, and I'm from, where am I from? I'm not from anywhere right now.
Hi, Julie.
But I'm originally from California. So
I'm so glad you're here, Julie.
Beth is my person.
Aw, thank you. All right, Blaney.
There's Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Pete, you have to mute yourself because it's feedback.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hit the center.
All right, Blaney. Okay, I'm going to move right over. Annalise.
I'm Annalise. I'm from Rockland. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you.
Yay, Deborah.
Hi, I'm Deborah from if there may be 2 Deborahs, right? Is it Deborah Skidmore? Okay.
Deborah Skidmore.
Okay. I'm from San Francisco. Hi.
Hi. Let's see. It comes up teacher's iPhone. Let's see, she's muted, so I'm going to keep going. Laurel.
Sorry, I didn't know how to unmute.
Hi, I'm Laurel Nesbitt, and I'm from Lotus, California.
Thank you, Laurel. Okay, and teacher's iPhone.
I'm Kathleen. I'm from Palo Alto, California.
Oh, so great to have you, Kathleen. William's iPad. I know who that is.
Oh, hi there.
Hi, I guess you can't see our picture.
We can't see you.
I don't know how to like to see everybody, but I don't know how to do that. But anyway, moving on.
Why don't you tell us who you are?
This is Jan. We live in Davis. That's Bill. Here we are.
Great.
Once again.
If you go to the bottom of your iPad, you can click stop video or start video, and it should come up.
Oh, start video.
Pat.
Pat Souza, Folsom. Hello, everyone.
Hi. All right, Pete, you're up.
I'm Pete from Folsom. Hello, everybody.
And he's in the next room, which is causing feedback. So, oh, Farwa.
Hi, Beth.
Bonnie.
Maureen.
Oh, Bonnie Gibson from Auburn.
Great. And Bonnie Clark, how about you?
Bonnie Clark from Sebastopol. Nice to be here.
Fabulous. Marilyn.
Maryland, Crescent City, California. Hi, everyone.
Deborah, Anise.
Hi, good evening. I'm Deborah, and I'm in Davis, California.
Great, welcome. Janet.
Hi. You know who that California girl, born and raised, born in Berkeley, but living in LA right now.
All right, great. Kim Lucas.
Hi, I'm Kim Lucas, and I'm from Auburn, California.
And are
nice
you in
to
your
see everyone?
Are you in your car?
Actually, I was just filling up my glass of wine. I'm heading out there right now.
Awesome. Maureen.
Hi. Does that work?
Yep, that works.
Oh, hi. I'm Maureen. I'm from Roseville.
Great, welcome, Maureen. Bill and Jan, we see you. Hi, Isabel.
Yeah, we're finally here.
Hi.
Bye. Hi, Maureen.
Hi.
Buddy.
Isabel, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Oregon.
Yay. All right,
Hi.
Trudy.
Hi, I'm Trudy. I'm from Sunnyvale.
Welcome, Trudy. All right, next screen, Linda Gruber.
Hi, I'm Linda. I'm from Green Bay,
Great.
California.
Sue. Sue Galveo.
I'm Susan Galveo from Long Beach, California.
Organizer from Long Beach. Yay. Jan Rudolph.
Hey there, I'm in Los Angeles, and I recognize a lot of you people from classes I've taken over the years, so it's very fun. Thank you for having this, Beth.
Oh, so welcome. Allison, you want to unmute yourself? Allison Berry?
Yeah, Allison Berry and Lynn and Jan Powell told us about this, and we're really looking forward to we're from Davis.
Great, welcome. Vivian Kushner.
Hi, I'm Vivian from Green Bay, California.
Welcome. Helena. All right, Helena, you're not unmuted, so I'm just going to keep going. Sabrina. All right, I've got to just keep going. Let's see, I see iPad 4 with a tree behind you.
Ann Edwards from Woodlands, the poor person that got up 6:30 this morning for Dan Powell.
Well, we're glad you're still awake, Jan. Fran, you're on.
Fran McKeon from me.
Welcome, Kelly.
Kelly from Turlock, California.
Great, welcome. Suli, C-U-E-I?
Yes, it's Gui and Bo from Oregon House, California.
Hi.
Oh, hi. So great to see you both. It's been a long time. Oh, welcome. All right, Jenny Swayzicki.
Now talking about the fact that
hi, Jenny.
is that will they be able to continue to operate the economy is
Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm in Oakland.
Great, thanks. All right, somebody's got some big feedback on the line.
Get off.
Marcy,
Hi.
where are you calling from, Marcy?
Oh, I'm calling from Tamales, California.
Great. All right. Tim, are you able to unmute yourself? T-Bert. There we go.
Bert Owen here with my wife Andrina. We've been in Norway for the last 12 years, but now making home here in Roseville, California. Happy to join you all, and thank you for doing this, Beth.
Yeah. All right, Nancy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy. I live in Sacramento.
Great, thanks. Chris, my son.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Chris. I'm in Los Angeles.
Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Green is fine, or green jasmine would be wonderful.
All right, let's see. I got one more screen. Let's see. Martha, I can see that you're here. Can you hear us, Martha? Maybe not. Melody?
Hi, yes, I'm from Costa Mesa, Melody Owens.
Great, welcome. Maria?
Hello, Maria Barber from Bird Eye, Nevada.
Hi, Maria. And Martha? A different Martha, not Martha Sperry, a different Martha? Very well. And Marcy, no last name. Okay, maybe Marcy, I think you're on twice, so you're echoing, just so you know. Okay. All right, everybody, we are going to get started. I'm sorry if I missed people. People kept popping in different places, so, but welcome to everybody. I am going to mute everybody. There's just too much feedback on the line.
Yeah, great.
Okay. All right, so we are going to get started. We are going to give ourselves a great big hug. Okay, in Jinshin Jitsu, we give ourselves a great big hug by holding the edge of our scapula and having our thumbs in the center of our chest. And we're going to deep breathe for 36 breaths. I'm going to count for you, and we're going to exhale and inhale. It's a little bit of a different rhythm for people that are new, but we're holding these specific points on our body because they help us to release any emotions we might have, as well as help us be the director of our life. So why doesn't everybody ground yourself? Couple of exhales, and then we're going to start. So it's one exhale and inhale. 2, exhale, inhale. 3, exhale, inhale. 4, exhale, inhale. 5, exhale, inhale. 6, exhale, inhale. 7, Exhale. Inhale. Eight. Exhale. Inhale. 9. Exhale. The first 9 breaths are the essence of life. Inhale. 10. Exhale. Inhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. Inhale. 13. Exhale. Inhale. 14. Exhale. Inhale. 15. Exhale. Inhale. 15. Exhale. Inhale. 16. Exhale. Inhale. 17. Exhale. Inhale. 18. Exhale. The second 9 exhale and inhales is the source of life. Down the front and up the back, the main central. Inhale. Exhale. 19. Inhale. 20. Exhale. Inhale. 21. Exhale. Inhale. 22. Exhale. Inhale. 23. Exhale. Inhale. 24. Exhale. Inhale. 25. Exhale. Inhale. 26. Exhale. Inhale. 27. Our third group of 9, which works with the supervisors. Exhale. Inhale. 28. Exhale down to your toes. And inhale up your back. 29. Exhale. And inhale. 30. Exhale. Inhale. 31. Exhale. Inhale. 32. Exhale. Inhale. 33. Exhale. Inhale. 34. Exhale. Inhale. 35. Exhale down the front. And inhale up the back. And 36, our mediator that brings everything together. Exhale down the front. And inhale up the back. Wow. All I can say is wow. I think my shoulders dropped 4 feet. And I wonder
True.
if anyone else feels the same way. And at about 31, my whole spine went click, 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 click into alignment. So thank you all for your presence. Did anyone have an experience that they'd like to share with us? Okay.
Well, I'll just say this is the most relaxed I felt all day, except for when I woke up and did my jujitsu first thing in the morning. But this is, it's a wild time, and we're learning how to communicate with the internet, which is mind blowing. And this just feels like where I need to be, and the great presence of everyone breathing together really felt like a sense of huge community and peace. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. Namaste. I mean, I felt the same way. There are a group of us that Jinshin Jitsu practitioners that have been studying together. And in November, we started doing that same exact flow that we just did once a day for a year. And so if you feel called to do that, you are so welcome to do it. I say be where you are now. Just join in. Just because we started in November doesn't mean you can't start now. And I'd love to hear after you've done it for a while if you feel how you feel. Because I know those of us that have been doing it, our shoulders have dropped. They're not as tense. They're not as pain. Our breath has opened. So many beautiful things.
I know like the third round is about the time my shoulders actually dropped and I could breathe deeper. It was nice, peaceful, very peaceful.
Yeah, so true. And so those 2 points that we held in Jinshin Jitsu, we hold points on the body. They're actually referred to as safety energy locks, and they're traditional acupressure points. And so those 2 points have very specific meaning.
But you can go out the other way.
On the chest is our emotional center. It's safety energy lock number 13, and it's our connection to spirit. Love thine enemies as we would love thyself is a phrase that goes along with that. And then that other point here, safety energy lock number 26, is all about is called the director, being the director of our life. So for those who aren't familiar with Jinshin Jitsu, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a background, but gosh, the room has settled so much since we did that. We're going to play a lot with our hands today. We have the whole world in our hands, I like to say. And for some of you who might want to follow along, I'm working out of, at different points, I'll be working out of self-help book number 1 on the hands. But there was a phrase in here that that Mary said that I felt compelled to read. And that is, attitude is key to our harmony and the universe. And each finger is associated with an attitude or an emotion in our body. And we'll go more in depth in those in a little bit, but I'm going to continue to read Mary's phrase because this is just so helpful to all of us to help ourselves to feel better. Mary Burmeister, who brought Jinshin Jitsu to the United States, felt we had the power to help ourselves to feel better. And boy, what more better of a time to utilize that power on ourselves. And so the next phrase she wrote is, revitalizing through the simple usage of the fingers and thumbs to melt away daily fatigue caused through being unaware or even being aware, but not knowing how to keep from burdening the body with the stress and strain of daily existing and not living. The body is affected by the air, food, actions, and thoughts that make up each moment in the art of living. It is comforting to know that the tools we need to be in harmony with the universe, our fingers and our thumbs, are with each one of us at all times. We need never fear that we have forgotten or misplaced our fingers and thumbs. Each finger and each thumb are the simple unlocking keys to harmonizing attitudes. So, simply get to know, help myself. That was one of Mary Burmeister's famous phrases. When we get to know ourselves better, we can help others. Typically, we tend to look outside, but the essence of Jin Shin Jitsu is looking inside. Just like that phrase I wrote on the email, which was when we get to, oh, now I'm going to forget it, but something about helping ourselves, we can help the world. It was good when I wrote it, but now I can't remember. So anyway, it is interesting doing this without having some interaction, but I just think there are just so many people on the line that the feedback was really affecting everything. So as I say, if you want to use the chat box, if you have a question or if there's something you want me to cover, please feel free to do that. And my tech master husband will let me know. Let me know what you're saying. So let's go through and just hold our fingers. I call it the 4-minute flow. And what it is it's holding each finger for 3 breaths. And so let's do that now together. I'm going to be quiet on the first hand, and then, but I'll talk during the second hand. So for those who are new to Jin Shin Jitsu, that you don't have to squeeze. You're just holding your fingers gently and loosely because your hands serve as jumper cables to jumpstart the inner battery that you have inside your body. And you can hold your finger any way that you want. If it's comfortable to hold it this way, hold it this way. If it feels better to hold it like this, hold it that way. There are no rules. It's just about holding them to create that connection. So let's start with your right hand holding your left thumb. And let's have you breathe deeply for 3 breaths. And then we can move to our index finger. And to our middle finger, 3 breaths. And then to your ring finger. And to your little finger. And now let's switch hands. So gently wrap your left hand around your right thumb. The thumb has a relationship to the attitude of worry. And worry has a correlation to the stomach and spleen. And when we're not worried all the time, we're able to lead our life with confidence. And now move to your index finger. Index finger has a relationship to the attitude of fear. And fear has a correlation to the kidney and bladder. When we're not living in flow, when we're not living in fear, we're able to live life in flow. And let's move to our middle finger. Our middle finger has a relationship to the attitude of anger. And anger has a correlation to the liver gallbladder. When we're not angry, we're able to live life in harmony. And now to the ring finger. A ring finger has a correlation to the attitude of grief and sadness. And grief and sadness are connected to the lungs, large intestine. And when we're not sad, we're able to live life in joy, awaken that joy in our body. And to our little finger has a relationship to the attitude of try to, or efforting, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to please everybody, especially ourselves. And the little finger has a correlation to the heart, small intestine. And when we're not trying to please everybody all the time, we're able to live life with ease. Stop efforting. And then we can hold our hands in prayer or hold our palms together to get our palm center. And we're going to breathe deeply for 6 breaths. Our palms are our energy center and correlate to the diaphragm umbilicus in our body. Our palms also help to regulate temperature. And many of you may have noticed that we held all 10 fingers for 3 breaths and then our palm center for 6 breaths, which brings us to that number 36 again. It was a favorite number of Mary's. In numerology, the number 36, you break it down to 3 plus 6, which equals 9. And the number 9 is end of a cycle, beginning anew. And so what I love about holding each finger for 3 breaths and then the 6 additional breaths, extra credit for the body, if you will, is that this helps to calm all those organs down. And so when we're living in hypersensitive mode, This is a great tool to just bring our body down and support those organs so they don't have to work as hard as they are. I recommend to my clients that they do that before they get out of bed in the morning and when they get in bed at night. And many of them say they fall asleep before they get all the way through their fingers. And if you happen to be somebody who wakes up in the middle of the night, oh my gosh, it's a perfect time to hold your fingers. So I'm going to unmute us. So just to see if anyone wants to share how they felt after going through holding all of their fingers.
Very relaxed. It was amazing. Thank you, Beth. It was really very peaceful.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. And I'm going to scoot over to the next page and see if there's anybody over in here that might want to that was trying to get my attention or anything. I don't know. Just for fun, Julie, do you want to share something? Julie Warren?
Well, I definitely, that's why I unvideoed myself, because I was so relaxed. I was afraid I was going to fall asleep.
Which, that's okay.
I didn't want everyone to see me sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, so that really, it's such an easy tool. I say Jin Shin Jitsu is something that you can do anywhere and everywhere. And you know, we all have a little bit of all of those attitudes happening right now. And so if I don't know, did one finger feel better for people than another, or feel different, or invoke some kind of feeling that anyone wants to share?
My thumb.
Yeah, so what happened with your thumb?
Well, probably like a lot of people, I've been worrying a lot lately, so it felt, I don't know, it felt like a weight lifting off. So.
Great. Yeah, just by holding your thumb, right? And we did all the other fingers, but yeah, and so I would say if for any of you, you felt a finger that felt different or better, or I would spend some extra time holding that finger while you're watching television, while you're listening to a podcast. Oh my gosh, listening to podcasts are a great time to go through and hold the fingers. So before I move on to the next, does anyone have anything they want to share? Any questions?
Beth, I do.
Yes,
Yes,
Pat.
Pat. When we were doing the 36 breaths, it occurred to me, I don't know why it hasn't before, that to start out a morning meditation with the 36 breaths, if I do that, I can stop struggling with myself to calm myself down enough to breathe slowly enough to slide into meditation. I think that's a wonderful slippery slide right into meditation.
I love it, Pat. And I call Jin Shin Jitsu meditation on steroids.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want to take your meditation to a whole different level, just pick a finger, any finger, but absolutely, Pat. Yeah, I recommend most people to start. Okay. Somebody's got some feedback. Yes, Isabel.
I was just going to add to that, and that was that in our text 1 on page 2, there's a whole thing. Mary actually gives us instructions. B, drop the shoulders. B, smile. Exhale, inhale. Be the essence within the 36 breaths. And I found a note the other day, and it was from Michael Wenninger, and he said, so this is just exactly what you were saying. I think it was just Pat. It's a process of meditation instructions. So Mary told us that at one time, and then he just said, which he kind of made a little joke, he said it's the technique, of course, is not included. So you really nailed it. It's exactly what Mary had already put forward to us, and thank you for making me think that maybe I could start meditating using that as a start.
Yeah.
So.
Fabulous. Thank you, everybody. All right, I'm going to move on here. Immune system. We did a couple of these last time, but I want to repeat. They're always worth repeating to help your immune system be strong. Their safety energy lock number 3 is this point up on the top of your scapula. Okay, on that corner, kind of where the neck and the scapula meet. And if you hold your hand like a hanger and just hang your hand there and feel around, it's probably tender.
Both hands is good.
And then you can take all right, so I crossed over with my left hand to my right shoulder. And then take your right hand and you're going to put it in this, you go to the center line of your rib cage and then go over to the right a little bit. And that's safety energy lock 13. It's probably tender. If it's not tender on you, God bless you. I'm working towards that, I tell you, but gosh, it's really full. And you know, you have a 3-inch radius where you put your hands. Okay, so this is really great support for the immune system. And if you feel like you are coming down with anything, you know, a sore throat or a cough or just anything, just lay there and do this. I have been known to lay in this position all night long. If I wake up and my hands aren't in that position, I go right back there. And it's just a really, really great. And let's have you switch and try it on the other side. Your right hand crossing over to your left shoulder. And place your hand center 13 there. And let's just hang out here and take a couple of deep breaths. And I just want to read, Vicki had put a comment in the chat. It said, I'm so much more calm and peaceful. I noticed how much my mind emptied out. Beautiful. Yeah. Emptying our mind is so important right now. And the other immune system hold, I'm just gonna mute for a second. The other immune system hold is that same crossing over the shoulder. So take your right hand and cross over to your left shoulder. And then your left hand goes under your sits bones, your butt cheek. And this helps energy to travel down the front of your body. It helps to open up the front of your body. And then that left hand is going to move to your groin area. Safety energy lock number 15. I actually meant to put pants on so people could see where I'm holding, but it's right in the groin area. This helps with the physical aspect of our body. And this helps to open up the back. So in Jin-Shin Jitsu, you want to keep the energy traveling down the front of the body and up the back. Exhale and inhale. Descending and ascending. And this is a great support for the immune system. When we have blockages in our body is when we see accidents, illness, emotional upsets happen. And let's switch to the other side. So take your left hand and drape it over your right shoulder and your right hand on your right sits bone. And exhale and inhale. Exhale love and inhale love. So we're spreading love. And our inhale is God's exhale. And our exhale is God's inhale. And let's take that right hand and move it to that groin area, safety energy lock 15. I know I felt a whole whoosh in my body happen. I'm gonna unmute everybody. Did everyone feel that in their body? So both of those holds are fantastic holds to keep your immune system going. My husband oftentimes will meditate in the morning together. He's a much better meditator than I am. But I'll look over, so I'll be looking over and he'll be in this position meditating. He does it as preventative. So
He nearly died too.
any questions?
I have one comment.
Sure. Hi, Trudy.
Hi. One time I was at a meditation retreat and they often use the breath as the object to focus on. And I do the mudras often when I meditate. And I asked the monk if he thought that the pulse would be a good meditation object. And he said, it's an excellent meditation object.
Wow, great. Thank you so much for that. Fabulous. Because we feel the pulse come in as our body starts to come into harmony. Did people notice that? Notice their pulse coming in?
From the time we started and just doing those 36 breaths, holding the 26, and now finishing with that 11, 15,
That's the person that's
25, it's like my whole body feels like it's in rhythm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very
great. Oh, good. Well, I said an hour. Are people full?
That was beautiful.
This was beautiful. Beth, thank you so much.
Okay. Let's not quite end yet. What I'd like to do, we're almost going to end, but just take a moment to last time we ended on this, and I thought it was so beautiful and so powerful, where we rubbed our hands together. And let's just spread our light and our love
to each other,
to Mother Earth, and all those around the world.
Look at those beautiful hands, Lynn and Allison. Oh my God, it's so good to see you.
Will you take a picture, hon? Oh, I have a question. Okay. Thank you all. Oh, thank you all for being here. There was one question, so I'm going to answer that. It's for a headache. And Tim or T. Bert, for a headache, you can either have somebody hold your big toes or hold your thumbs.
Wow, what just happened? Are you still there, Pat?
All right, and let's just all say goodbye and send lots of love to each other. Love you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye, Chris. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We tap this thing down.
Yes. I don't know. Where's the iPad again? I don't know. And Kim Lee. I don't know what the plus
I don't know how you get into this thing.
It's done now.
Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome. Oh, hi, Nora. You were there. Welcome. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, you are welcome anytime, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I said, Beth wanted to ask you a question last time. Do you want to ask her a question? She said, no. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I'm going to wait until everyone else does.
Oh, there we are. Bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.